Hello there. Welcome back to Game 2 of Vis Major versus ADP. I am Desaninator. Silky Mittens sitting behind. He's being the tech guy right now. He's trying to make sure he already screwed something up. But you know what? He's doing a heck of a job. Good job, Silky. You're
Come
slaying
on,
it,
you
buddy.
gotta cut me some slack.
He's doing good. He's jumping in there. So let's all just give a little round of applause. Just a little hand clap. Not too much, but
are backwards too.
we are gonna get in here. The first band gonna be that Lulu, followed by the Poppy band. They don't want Frank Pond being an absolute beast last game. They don't want to see it again. They're actually quite scared of the Poppy. The Sivir also gonna be taken away. They do not want to give that to Pulsus. Braum going to go out, as well as Aurelian Soul, who's actually not even allowed to be played right now, so just throwing a ban out for no reason.
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back, Silky. I didn't even see you. Where'd you come from?
Thanks everyone. I was just doing some work under the hood of the SKL machine. I've got it running smoothly. I think now it's okay.
Yeah, oh, by the way, I want to run this over because I'm not sure if anyone knows these rules. When a new champion comes out, it actually cannot be played for the first 2 weeks that the champion is out, to make sure if there's any bugs, if any balancing that needs to go out. I believe Aurelian Soul is already being nerfed.
Yep.
So we give it the 2 weeks, so you can't just bring out this OP broken ass champion and then just play it and you win because he's broken.
Yeah. Very
Interesting.
Bold strategy here, Cotton. Taking it off the table, even though it's already taken off the table.
That's okay. They maybe they just wanted to strike fear into their hearts, be like, all right, watch for it. And then Jin actually being taken away, and I think that's pretty smart. Pulsus played a beast of a Jin last game.
Yeah, definitely. Take it off the table.
But they're
Force him
targeting
on
the
something
poor
else.
guy. They're
Sivir,
targeting it. Sivir and Jin.
He's got one left. Just a sec. I gotta check something here.
Oh, Silk there. Oh, he's bringing it back. But I'm not really sure. They're really taking their time with this first ban, though. Or their first pick, sorry. And they're going to hover the Trundle. We have seen Panda play it a bit. Surprised he's not picking that Fiora. It is open for him. He's just going to take... So this could be a Trundle support. Could go in the top lane. I'm not 100% sure. We have seen Frank Pond, play that Soraka. That's been kind of it. And Soraka actually has the highest win rate as a support right now.
Yeah. And Janna's right there, and I think Frank Pond played Janna as well.
So his champ pool is right up there with the highest percent.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's playing right into Frank Pond's
He's the master.
game.
He's the master of his own destiny at this point.
Absolutely. Let us know in the chat, guys. We want to get you involved. We want to get you interacted with us.
Who's better at the tech guy, Skillos or Silky Mittens?
Skillos or Silky? No, obviously Skillos, because... well, you've seen it for yourselves. But let us know in chat who you think is going to win this next one. Hashtag VM win or hashtag ADP win. And,
we see the Kennen and once again the Sejuani pickup. He's sticking with his guns. Flamefire just loves that champion. I don't think they could take that away from him. Kennen, I really do like. I think Kevin. I think Kevin in the top lane is underutilized. Looking at you, Big Bodie. But I think that Kennen really it synergizes well. Their ulti is so good, and he's got quite a good laning phase. With that range, you build that Doran's Blade early, so for the favorable trades. Has a pretty good AD ratio, so that's really nice when you're going for those trades, especially if you're against a Trundle. They will hover the Ashe, Akali. Akali would not be a bad pick. If that goes top lane, that'll be greasy. Is it still broken?
Pretty greasy. You can full tank Akali. Is that what you're referencing?
Yeah, it's basically just like the Echo.
Base damages are dope. You've got a lot of mobility in your kit. You've got, just being tanky and doing lots of damage. Like, who can ask for anything better? But he's going to go away from that. And 5 seconds here. Let's see what they do.
They're not going to
We
lock
might
in
just be
Maokai.
getting memed with the Ashe. Yeah, and it is just...
Corki locked in? Please, what? And the Maokai will be locked in? You know what? Actually, you know what, though? The Maokai is a great pick into the Kennen as well as the Sejuani. He will be able to soak up a lot of that AoE ADP damage coming through. So he will be a good sponge. He'll be that one just sucking it all in. I feel like he's kind of like... No, I can't do that. Spoilers. Never mind. Spoilers.
Are you talking like BV Superman? Is like
Yeah. I was gonna make a reference, but I'm like, well, spoilers, because I spoiled it on Dazzle's discussion.
Did you?
I spoiled part of the movie to someone. I said spoilers, and they kept listening, and they're like, "Why you just spoiled it?" So I can't do that.
Wow.
So, but he's just gonna be that sponge. He's gonna take all that damage and throw it back at their face. But he has to be quick with it because he might be CC'd for so long they might be able to kill him before he's gonna be useful.
Yeah, no kidding.
The vengeful Maelstrom has to come out before the stuns.
It very much does, or else he'll be able to stun, and then all the squishy members are going to go down. But we've got Trundle and Lamaukai here on the same team. Are you thinking it's going to be Frank Pond playing Trundle in the bot lane?
It's going to be Frank. I think it's pretty safe to say, unless we see 4-2 bring it out in the jungle. He could be playing that jungle Maokai as well as the jungle Trundle.
We've got an 80 carry Graves here. Designator.
That's not confirmed. That could be
be
top
mid-lane.
lane. It could be a top lane, mid lane Kennen.
Mid lane Kennen, top lane Graves. Could be a thing. You're right. I stand corrected. The flex is real. It's there.
They're looking. They're throwing curveballs.
Throwing curveballs.
It could be 80 carry.
This ain't
Graves.
baseball.
Well, that's true.
We'll see. Pulse is going to his next but top champion here. I'm a little bit surprised he's not going towards maybe a Lucian here. Kalista still okay as long as you stay next to your Soulbound in this patch. Ezreal, I would be a little bit surprised to see it logged in here since he plays a lot of Lucian. And
I was gonna say, I bet you he's just trolling. And
yeah, probably.
I would like to see the Ashe. I think Ashe is a very strong pick in this meta right now. All right, they're throwing me for a curveball. Oh, are we going to see the legendary Fiddlesticks? No, they will switch to the Rengar. For one of 4-2's more comfortable champions, definitely no stranger to that. And it will be the Ezreal locked in. Once again, Pulse is very comfortable in that champion as well. So they're going to be able to rip it out with that team comp. So I think that will be Frank Pond on the old Trundle in the bot lane.
Yeah, and Taeyong back on Corki in the mid lane. That's going to be really strong. We saw how much damage he was able to do in that game. It was a decent lane for like Eliana. He wasn't getting totally soloed out. There was a lot of jungle pressure from both sides of the coin. So, Taeyong did really well in the Corki. He's going to do it again this game. And that champion, I still think, just a little bit too OP. Doing too much damage, I think, at times.
So much damage! That's what you're thinking right now?
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
But, it will be the 80 carry Graves, or is it the 80 carry Kennen? We saw that a ton at Worlds.
Oh.
It could be it. I think it might be. It's the 80 carry Kennen.
But it's not it's not 80 carry Kennen versus like 80 carry Jace or anything crazy like we saw at Worlds.
Yeah, that was nuts. That was too nutty for me.
Yeah, would you say would you say it was nutty? But you answered it.
Too nutty
for
nutty.
me.
Too nutty for Designator.
295 me.
But so that is kind of cool. They do flex the Kennen into the 80 carry role. We're like sitting here like, oh, Graves 80 carry, but I know.
Well, I didn't say that. Actually, I did say that. You're right.
What?
That was like pretty much solely me.
Yeah, it was. So very interesting. I don't really know if I like that though. I feel like the Graves 80 carry might almost be better. You do get a lot of stun procs with Kennen. His range is actually pretty decent. His auto attack range should be, and I actually think it might be favorable for them against that Ezreal. He should be able to bully him out. Once you get that Runaan's, you build up your stun stacks quite quickly.
Yeah, the passive just comes, within a couple auto attacks, you get all those Runaan's bolts going out, and yeah, you build that stun up really, really quickly for Kennen. They're going for a total wombo combo composition. This is the classic ADP comp right here. It's their thing. It's their bread and butter. They go for it every game, especially with Flamefire going on Sejuani every game. They like this kind of composition, but will it work against the Rengar from 4-2?
Man, as soon as you see that exclamation mark over your head, he better just pop that surging.
Yeah, a slicing mail
comes
out. Yeah, Flamefire's thrown out.
Just pop it and just sit there, and you'll have a little barrier around you that you're safe. Well, hopefully you get the stun. But I do like they have a very high damage team coming from the Lux and the Graves. Graves is a monster right now in that top lane. I've actually witnessed the most disgusting Graves play I've ever seen by our boy Splee 420.
Ooh.
He actually did he tell you about that game?
No.
He actually went like 26-4 and like 18. I actually watched him 1v5 and kill 4 people before he went down.
He's a bold man, but we're going to cut it there. We're going to take our breath. We're going to play a little bit of something for you guys. Since I'm in charge, it's my thing.
Because you're in charge?
Yeah, we're going to cut to commercial for a sec, but we'll be right back with Vis Major and ADP Gaming. Don't go anywhere.
Get your things ready to be swamped. Drop the bass. right, we are back. Silky broke the stream, but guys, we are here with Dave too. Hopefully your thing has been thoroughly swamped. Oh goodness, Silky, you broke it. Where is Skillos when we need him? Unfortunately, he's dead. But we do have game 2 underway. So on the blue side this game, we will have Vis Major. We will have VM Panda playing that Maokai. We'll have 4-2 on that Rengar in the jungle. We'll have Taeyong playing Corki in the mid lane. Pulses playing Ezreal AD carry. Frank Pond playing that Trundle at the support. And then on the red side, we will have Azog playing Graves. We will have Flamefire on that Sejuani. Lawless Law playing Lux in the mid lane. Eliana playing Kanan AD carry. And Alistar support coming out from Agluosity. And early on, you guys will just have to trust me. Eliana getting chased down here by Frank Pond into his own base here. But Agluosity coming around with a flank. The exhaust goes down to Eliana. They're going to go for a killer. The flash pulverize going to have to be used. The heal coming out from Eliana as well. Frank Pond in the tri-brush by himself, using both summoners, but forcing the heal and the flash out. So he is doing work at the start.
Whew.
Unreal.
I think...
No skin on Kennen. No skin on Kennen. Skillos came back from the dead. He has risen. It is Easter. Our Savior has come to save the day.
Thank you.
He's going back to his coffin. Thank you, Skillos. I mean...
Did we get it?
Skillos
Let us know in Twitch chat if Skillos... It wasn't actually me. Good job, Silky. That was unwarranted. Thanks. I couldn't figure it out. So we had to get our boy Sick Skillos...
Sick Skillos, dead Skillos, watching the stream from his bed, probably so pissed that we just screwed that up, but that's okay, because we're back. Black Alistar actually blacked the screen out. That's what happened. He just walked up, he pulverized the screen, and it went black. He broke the cam. Yeah, you can milk those. He ain't legend, yeah. But we do see that summoner advantage already for the bot lane. His Frank Pond went man mode on that Trundle support. He was swinging with that club. Put Eliana at a disadvantage. They do have the level 2. They're going to go in. He's going to do a decent amount of damage. That bite does so much damage, though.
Yeah, and it increases AD as well, so he's going to do a lot in extended trades, especially getting that level 2 power spike. Definitely helps. You know, Ezreal does have a level 2 power spike. He's able to Arcane Shift in, Arcane Shift out if he needs to, and get that extra damage on. And Eliana and Agulosity, once again, 2 games in a row on the back foot here this early. And
that's kind of the thing with Ezreal is you need to gauge your... Arcane Shift, whether you can use it aggressively or defensively. If you kind of just jump in when you're against a CC lane like Eliana and Agluosity, you got to make sure you're not going to get hit by the CC train. Oh, we do see Azog coming down, though. They're aware 4-2 is in that jungle. Is he going to quick draw over the wall? But we do see Panda coming through. It's in the mid lane. Lawless Law going to be trading with Taeyong, but he's going to take the worst end of it here. Going to have to use those health pods. That corruption pot start from Taeyong. Going to be doing a lot of damage.
Flamefire's got to realize that his red is gone. He's got it. He had to turn around immediately as soon as they knew that the red was gone. As soon as he knew that 4-2 was down there, he's going to hightail it over to 4-2's red buff, or else he's just going to get 3 buffed here. And it might look to be that way as Flamefire's, staying his own side of the jungle, and just going to take that 3 buff right to the dome.
That's the thing that's kind of curious, is they definitely would have seen he had that red buff, so I'm not sure why he would opt to go for his Raptors instead of going straight to the enemy red buff. It is warded now, so they would know if he goes in there. But Lawless Law barely staying alive there. That Gatling gun gunning him down in the middle of the rift. But he's going to walk away. He's going to get patched up real quick.
Lawless Law is so lucky there. One more tick of that Gatling gun would have took him down. Still had the flash, still had the barrier, just not using it. Just stone cold in his,
Is that Steve Austin in the mid lane?
Yeah, stone cold stunner being thrown down by Taeyong actually onto Lawless Law this early in the game. 25-21 is the CS right now, but Lawless Law making his way back. Taeyong is actually going to go back as well, get a good early buy for himself. I'm not sure what he would have got, but he's actually just going to get the Ruby Crystal and Longsword start. So not too bad for him, able to put down that early pressure, but it's kind of evened up anyways, because, Lawless Law was able to go back with
Law.
Oh, we've actually got... I don't think we even just...
You just realized that Eliana actually is playing AD carry Cannon and Lawless Law went mid lane?
Yeah, I literally just noticed this. What the heck?
That's alright. That's alright. Not all of us are first to the party.
not all of us are, running the stream and
Okay,
casting at the same
you're right,
time.
you're right. I'll give you that. But
Yeah.
we do see a bit of a trade here, and Egg Velocity taking the worst of it. And I think that's the great thing about the Toronto support into the Alistar is once they hit level 6, if he pops that Unbreakable Will, he can steal those tanky stats. But he's going to look in. His Flame Fire is there. He has used the Arcane Shift. Frank Pond doesn't have Flash. The TP, though, is going to come in there from Panda. Are they going to be able to turn this around? They will use the snare. It should be enough. That is all 5 members in the bot lane. Meanwhile, in the background, Azog was going to TP, but he decided against it. Don't really want to go in 1v5.
He should have just immediately followed up that TP. Graves has a lot of early damage, full health bar, able to do a lot in these early skirmishes. I think if he would have went immediately...
Wani going to go in, though. He's going to go into Pulses here. Doesn't have a team with him, unfortunately. The heal is forced out. The Electrical Surge used by Eliana to get out, so not going to be able to use it to re-engage. And Lawl's all making his way down there. Is he going to be able to catch a binding? He is pretty far away, but 4-2 making his way towards the mid lane there. Might be able to catch him out. He is on top of a ward, though, so they will be aware if he keeps going on to 4-2 here. He does land the snare, but Taeyong is pretty close. He has to be very careful. The root, though, going just wide as he throws that bola.
God, this must be like 4-2's like first game on Rengar.
Wow.
Yeah, missing that bola.
Holy Savage. Savage Mittens is
that
back.
looked like just like a first time Rengar player there. That looked like a young Silky Mittens in the jungle playing the cat.
Dude, that more looks like a Desaninator trying to make a Lee Sin play in the jungle, because that more like because it never lands anything. But you know what?
TSM never lands.
TSM never tilts. That's my name. I've never tilted in my life.
Right.
You have no proof. But anyways, they do go in a great headbutt pulse combo. But Eliana with no follow-up, no autos or anything in the game actually has been paused. Probably some... Yeah, you can throw it on us.
Okay, I'll throw it on the boys.
Oh, I see. He's a little scared. Silky doesn't want to screw it up. I mean, Skillos did throw a death threat as he walked away. Let him know. You don't mess with Skillos' stream. This is his baby. Silky, you have to be delicate with it.
I'm trying to be delicate. I'm trying.
I know. By the way, it's Casual Tuesday here at SKL. It's kind of a tradition that we started just today because we decided, you know what? Let's have a Casual Tuesday today. So no bow tie. I'm kind of feeling naked without a bow tie. I'm not gonna lie.
You still look good though. I like it.
I had to wear my TSM shirt. I felt like I need to wear. You're wearing SKL. Mine's dirty. I wore it to the Smash tournament this weekend.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah,
How'd you do with this? While we have a little bit of downtime, ask us some questions in chat if you would like.
Oh, did you miss it yesterday? So we were talking on Dazzle's Tilter feed. I got 14th as usual. I thought I placed 13th, but 14th forever. And then I actually am having a money match versus Baby Trog next Sunday on Dazzle's. $20 money match for Smash. He called me out.
Smash. Are you gonna stream Smash?
Yeah, I have
how
to.
do you even
I'm
do
basically
that?
just gonna have to turn my webcam so you guys can see the game from my point of view.
Wow,
it's
very
gonna be
nice.
$20. That's gonna be nuts.
I would never do this casual crafty Buckeye. That's why you're not casting, and we don't hide behind all the fancy clothes. We just bring a good cast in whatever we're wearing. We could be naked right now, and we'd be excellent. I think we can say that.
How much does Silky suck? He's asking you. Oh, we're back in game now. We don't have time to answer that question.
I'll answer that one later.
Quickly go back. We do not have time to answer that, unfortunately. Thank you for the question, but we are back in here in the bot lane just trading. Silky, not sure what he's doing right now. We're still on screen. Oh, we're back. And we are here. Pulse is actually taking a lot of damage from Eliana. As Frank Pond trying to go B, but the stun goes through. The headbutt Paul will pick up the kill on Pulses, but Eliana a bit of trouble using that electrical surge, trying to get away. Egluosity doesn't have flash available. It is pretty but they're going to try and turn the kill here. One more auto should give him that empowered auto. Use the W for the stun, but he's just going to walk away. But that would be a nice little kill there. Give them an advantage in that bot lane. The Kennen farming quite well against Pulses on that Ezreal. Has the tier Sheen, so definitely needs to land those Qs to do damage right now.
Yeah, doing a lot of damage there. A kill. Maybe he's still lagging. It was Pulses that was lagging, but they resumed, so obviously... things were fixed, and maybe he's just using that as an excuse right now. Like, oops, still lagging, guys.
Sorry, guys, it's just
Sorry, guys, still lag, yeah.
That's like usually when, like, a jungler asks for a leash, and you're like, oh, sorry, man, I'm lagging, and then they finish. Oh, sorry, I'm back. My computer got me.
Yeah, he's back, but something that hasn't changed in mid lane. Lol is Lol, taking a lot of damage. Maybe he feels like a fish out of water here. Usually they did carry, but... today he's playing in the mid lane, and so far it's going a little bit rough. Staying up in farm though.
Taeyong actually laying down the hammer. He's laying down the hammer, man.
Laying down the hammer, but let's see what Taeyong can do now. He's got a little bit of free time since his lane opponent is backing. Will there be a dive in this mid lane if Lalazal stays?
Oh, a missed rocket there, and he could very well. I mean, if 4-2 gets 6 off of this red buff, he might be able to swing there, and he does have that level 6, so Lalazal playing with fire here. As Flamefire going to go for that red buff, but realize it's not there. You don't have the time on it, unfortunately, so going to have to walk away and hopefully get the timer on that buff. But he does recognize that 4-2 is in his jungle. He's going to go counter jungle, and I think that's the correct approach to finally doing it. They are level 6. Oh, a great try for that pillar there. Not quite level 6 in the bot lane, though, as Pulseless has that ultimate if he needs to use it. So maybe clear that wave a little bit. And then I would like to see a gank in that bot lane. We do see 4-2 heading down there. If Flamefire makes his way down there, they have great AoE CC. They could decimate Pulseless or 4-2 if they can catch them out before they're able to really do the damage. But 4-2 is going to find Flamefire in his jungle. He's going to do a lot of damage too. He's going to be able to jump the wall. He's going to force him out of there. As Eliana going to try and go and back him up. He does have that ulti available. TP is available for Azog. Almost back up for Panda, so we might need to see another team brawl. He does go in with a Twisted Advance though. And that Vengeful Maelstrom doing a decent amount of damage going back as Taeyong gets caught up by Lawless. The burst, not quite enough. Doesn't have enough AP yet to do that 100-0. The Glacial Prison is going to go out, though. They're not going to be able to turn this into anything. As the ulti was used by 4-2, but he's not going to be able to secure a kill with the double buffs as well.
Wow, and Flamefire forced a flash, but Lalazal still holding on to barrier and flash himself. No mana, though, in this manaless 1v1 in the mid lane. Who's going to win?
He does pop that Thunderlord's proc, but 4-2 is there. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. Has that flash available, is going to use it. Is going to be able to get away there. You got to get out of the brushes. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Pulses and Frank Pond going to fight quite a bit. But they're going to back off, respecting that Flamefire can go in. Oh, going to try and does land that Shuriken as they keep going. And Frank Pond biting off a little more than he can chew. I think the True Shot Barrage going to go through there. 4-2 is there. They do spot him out with that pink ward, though. So they're just going to back off. They still have that ulti available. Egg Velocity, though, still level 5. He does not have the Unbreakable Will. So Frank Pond not going to be able to steal all that armor. Actually, do you get the damage reduction if you ulti an Alistar while he's ulting?
On the Subjugate, I don't think you do. It's because it just steals their resistances, right?
Yeah, and it's not really stats. It's actually just damage reduction.
Alistar doesn't gain resistances. He just takes less damage, basically. We've got another pause here, folks, as you can see. I'm not going to bother switching back to the camera for now. Actually, I will switch back to the camera. We'll see what the pause is for, but I bet it's just Pulse lagging. Actually, screw it. Screw the camera. We're just going to take your questions. If you got any more questions.
Yeah, but they want to see us while they ask us the question.
Fine. Okay.
You got to click one. Just click the button. All you got to do.
I got to...
Oh, he's got a tab. He's got a tab. He's
tabbing.
So yeah, if you guys have any questions, we'll kill some time. I mean, right now it's a pretty close game. There's only like what 800 gold.
Yes.
Oh, he wants you to answer his question from earlier, actually.
Answer my question. Alex asked, "Why do I suck?" I think I played against Alex not too long ago in a game. I was Lee Sin. Alex was Lee Sin. It was like a show off, see who's Lee Sin is better, and I was just going full troll, and Alex was playing good. Went pretty try hard. And was able to get the better of me, so yeah, that's why.
Pretty try hard. That's your excuse. He went try hard.
That's why I suck. Yeji, no, I'm not usually in charge. We're just a little short staffed today. Our tech guy, Skill Laws, the man behind the camera, the legend himself, is under the weather.
The Easter sickness is killing
pretty
people.
Ill. Yeah,
it's getting. I mean, we're probably gonna catch it next. So.
Oh, the icons are wrong. I don't care. Don't look to the right side of the or wait, left side. Don't look up there. I know they're wrong. I'm only human. Are we human or are we dancers?
You're doing good. I'm a dancer, but you're doing good. You know, don't even worry about it. He got beaten by a 16-year-old girl. What
Alex confirmed 16-year-old girl, I guess.
It's rough. Dude,
yeah,
that's rough.
That's okay. Any more questions you have? Oh, big shout out as well to our boys. We've got some SKL members that aren't in the studio right now, but they are playing a big playoff game in basketball. Don't like basketball really myself, but make sure you wish Crafty Buckeye and Big Booty Bodie some good luck. Wish them luck. They need it. They've got the playoff games tonight. They're there right now. They're on the hardwood, I guess. That's what you call it, right, in basketball?
Yeah, I suppose.
They get the slam dunks and the touchdowns and stuff like that. Who do you think has the advantage in this game? Well, obviously right now I think Vis Major are taking control of the map a little bit better. They had a good early TP actually from Panda, which secured that early first blood, I believe, right? And they could have got a little more off that. They didn't get it. Azog wasn't able to use his teleport after having that teleport advantage from not using it. Actually, he did use it, but then canceled it way late. So that was a little bit shaky there. So right now, I think it's still anyone's game. I think there's a lot of team fight potential on the side of ADP Gaming, but Vis Major has some good early plays here. They've got good rotations down. 4-2's been a lot of places on the map, so we'll see if Flamefire
Hasn't been able to
can
secure
bounce
a
back.
kill, though.
No, hasn't been able to secure one. 0-0-0 on 4-2's Rengar. Not something you see a lot of, on that champion.
Yeah, it's actually pretty. I mean, it's only 10 minutes into the game, but usually you see at least something going on in that stat line of 4-2 when he's playing an aggressive jungler like that. But does Silky look good in a suit? Well, I mean, he looks pretty hot in his birthday suit, but
Yeah, come on.
It's a sight to see. I'm sure you'll get to see it at some point. But I don't know if I've actually ever seen the young Silky Mittens in a real suit. I've seen
In like
a picture.
a full suit.
I think I've seen a picture of Silky Mittens in a suit from back in his grad days, but he's so young there, I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah, exactly. Same silky hair, same silky mitts, but
But
baby faced for sure.
favorite champions. All right. Well, I think
Do
mine.
you want to go first or last?
You know what? Okay.
everyone
You know what? All right. So we'll get this out of the way. Draven by far my favorite champion at the AD carry role, but I have been playing so much Jhin this weekend. I have been having an absolute blast. That champion is so fun. I think I might actually just main him this season because Draven's not really working out for me. But the Draven into Jhin is actually a gross matchup, and I hate it. So
Yeah, there you go.
if they steal it away. But mid lane, my heart goes to Ziggs. Love that champion. It's way too much fun to play. Jungler, Hecarim, by far, so much fun.
So much fun.
Support the crank anchor.
The crank. Okay.
They call me God Hand. I mean, I'm
They
kind
do
of
call
a
you the
beast.
God Hand.
Kind of a beast on there. But top lane, Irelia all day, and I saw she's getting buffed.
Frostbutt.
Yeah, Frostbutt Irelia. It's the only champion I know how to play top lane. You put me in the top lane, I'm screwed. So that's the only champion I can do decent on.
Very nice. Some good selections overall.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess for my favorite champions, I like to play like all roles. So I have a couple different favorite champions in each role. But if I had to really whittle it down here, let's start in the top lane. Top lane, I'd have to go. I think I'd have to go with Shen. Honestly, Shen.
The Silky Mittens Shen.
Shen.
It's
I
good.
love
It's
to
good.
play Shen. I love that it's kind of like an anti. When I'm playing with the Xanator, he can't really feed because I'm just saving his life all the time. Every 120 seconds or so, I get to come in, save his life, and we get to pick up a couple kills off it. So I like Shen. I love the global pressure that he brings. I think he's pretty strong right now in certain matchups. In the jungle, Lee Sin, obviously. I get beaten by a 16-year-old girl, but that doesn't stop me from playing him, from making myself look silly.
He's still a beast.
Mid lane, Zed for sure. I like the flashy champions, even though I can't play them. Zed definitely falls under that category. Vayne, duh. I like Zed and I like Lee Sin.
I have borrowed the Silky Mittens Vayne handbook from time to time to update my notes, make sure it's
and to fill out, of course, like the D-bag kind of repertoire of champions that I like. Of course, there's one support that everyone has to play. If you play Vayne, if you play Lee Sin, if you play Zed, it's gotta be Thresh, baby. It's gotta be Thresh. If you're the God Hand, I'm the God Hook, I guess.
The God
Hook, the God Lantern,
the God Finger.
the God.
Just hook him in the little fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Vein spotting. Yeah, you can see me vein spotting quite regularly on the lift, but Lucian is actually kind of creeping up as one of my favorite AD carries as well.
I saw I got chirped for the 09 Renekton game I had. I got dumpstered. I tried to challenge Splee 20. I took his main away. He played Graves. I got dumpstered. Someone asked what our most hated champions are. I will give you this in a heartbeat. My most hated support to go against is Lulu. The champion is stupid. It does way too much damage. It drives me insane. Hated AD carry. Caitlyn does a good Caitlyn. People who know how to range, because she has so much range. You don't even need to do anything. It's dumb. Mid lane, Azir, because that champion's stupid. Jungle, Shaco, only because the Shaco syndrome. You never get a good Shaco, but they're god tier when you're against one. Top lane, I hate Darius. I don't know how to deal with a Darius or Fiora. Screw both those champions.
Yeah, I don't really know if I have like a least favorite in every position. That'd be pretty hard to think of. Especially like in the bot lane, I think most supports.
So read.
Oh my God, we got another one. Okay.
We're back.
Oh, we're back in.
Answer
Okay,
this
we'll
quick.
answer. Okay, I'll get us back in first.
All right, we back. It looked like Flamefire actually DC'd out of the game. He reconnected. We are back.
Woo! Okay, least favorite champions. I hate champions that have a low skill cap but are really strong. I think they're not fun to play against. Little counterplay. makes the game not fun for me. Shaco's I hate playing against him, even though there is counterplay and like he takes a little bit of skill to play and positioning and stuff. Hate that guy. I don't like Garen and Darius. Like they just run at you mindlessly, press 2 buttons and then you're dead. Mid lane, I don't know. There's a couple champions I don't really like. I think they all have decent counterplay. Lulu, but I think they kind of nerfed her kind of into non-existence recently, so that's decent in my books. Yeah, thank God. Thank you, Based Rito. So yeah, I think it's decent. There's a couple champions. Malzahar is kind of one, but gets countered pretty hard by QSS. I think the game's in a decent spot right now. There's no champions running rampant that I absolutely hate. There's of course some champions that are broken from time to time, but none that I truly hate.
Udyr. I ban Udyr all the time.
Udyr, oh.
Stupid
yeah,
champion.
Exactly. That just falls under the category of like, you don't need a ton of skill to play. I like champions that you need to be skilled to play and it really shows. They've got a lot of potential, but if you're not skilled, you're not really useful.
Yeah.
And Udyr, like...
That's Caitlyn. That's Caitlyn for me.
But Caitlyn takes a little bit of skill, but we've got a little bit of gank here in the bot lane.
And they are kind of trying to swing. The pillar does go through. We do see the Rengar 4-2 does go on to Eliana. He's going to be used the ulti. The exhaust going through as well. True Shot Barrage. Is he going to be able to get the stun? They will stun it up. Egg Velocity does not have that Unbreakable Will available. As the laser goes through and actually picks up the kill on 4-2, the TP comes in from Azog, and he is down here as Eliana tries to re-engage, but we see a TP from Panda as well, and he goes in with that Vengeful Maelstrom as well. Oh, a flash, a great ulti to get a lot of distance, but he will go in, get the knock-up. The Twisted Advance almost back available. Is he going to go back in? But a great snare. They're actually going to go down to the turret as Taeyong comes down there. He's going to pick himself. Oh, no, it's Taeyong that actually... Or, sorry, Pulse is picking up that kill. Lawless kind of pinned underneath this turret. Has the creeps. So, in the end, it's actually a 2-for-2 after all of that shenanigans. We have a huge fight in the bot lane. But, oh, and Lawless actually picking up another kill. Is Taeyong going to go for him underneath the turret? They will trade aggro, and he's going to get away with it, but Egg Velocity has actually respawned, making his way back down there.
Yeah, all in all, being a 3-for-3 is not that bad, considering it was technically a 5v4. 4-2 at the start of that one went down pretty early, so I guess maybe a 4v4, but Flamefire in the top half of the map for the entirety of that. Actually able to steal away the blue... did he take... No, he wasn't even able to take away the blue buff. And yeah, 4-2 able to smite it there. So Flamefire not there for that fight. So actually, I consider that a win for ADP Gaming.
Yeah, very, very well played by them. Actually, it's funny. I saw someone say Chicken Wrap might hear me. Funny story. I actually ran into Chicken Wrap early season 6 solo queue. He was on my team.
Did he play Shaco?
He did. He played Shaco, and we actually won the game. But it was so funny because he actually flamed me because he was so mad that we called him a one-trick pony, and then he said his team flamed him for being a one-trick pony.
Damn.
And then so he almost didn't play Shaco to prove me wrong, but he played a good Shaco. I was impressed. He did good, and he's also actually a pretty funny guy. He kept telling stories and stuff, so I was impressed. It was very funny running into him.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know the legend of Chicken Wrap, we'll tell you after this gank.
As Via Banda, he goes in, but he's going to be in a lot of trouble as Flamefire is there. He's going to use that flail to slow it down, but he's going to take a whole lot of collateral damage right in the mouth, and that's going to be a kill for Azog. And that's going to be, so far, this game is actually going quite well for ADP. This is a lot better game that they were looking for anyways. Yeah,
Lalazal almost gets caught out there. Just as we say that, almost gets caught out by the Ebola, but he took his vaccine. He's not going to catch the Ebola this time around, and relatively safe is Lalazal. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. ADP playing really well in this early game. Not a lot of snowball potential coming out from the top lane. Maokai doesn't snowball pretty much at all. Gets huge, gets tanky, deals a decent amount of damage, I guess, but Graves going to deal a lot more damage. The mid lane, kind of a stalemate. Taeyong not able to solo out Lalazal. After Lalazal has been able to pick up some items, doing a lot of return damage now. 3-1-0 on that Lux. And the bot lane, I guess Pulse is really the only shining light for this VM squad. But, Eliana staying right there with farm and isn't like feeding or anything. 0-1-3, 3 assists to their name. Doing decently, so there's a lot of, this game is wide open. Anyone's for the taking. Let's see who can take hold of this one and run home with it.
4-2 is making his way up there, and they will lock up Flamefire X, but Azog is going to come down here. He does a decent amount of damage, but his Q actually going off the side of the wall. Great glitch of prison. He does have that ulti available. Is he going to use no collateral damage? Still on CD, sorry, and they're going to go on 4-2, staying in the bush, not giving him the jump, and he will get a double kill as end of the line. Hits that wall. Very well played. Egg Velocity going to go on a Pulses here as the pillar comes through. True Shot Barrage is going to, and they completely burst down Eliana. He's going to go for Egg Velocity underneath the turret, but Unbreakable Will still giving him a lot of damage reduction. Will throw out that Essence Flux. Not going to be able to pick up the kill, but a great turnaround there in the top lane, giving that double kill to Azog. Unfortunately, Eliana getting completely burst out of the bot lane. That would be Pulse still padding that KDA, picking up more kills for his team.
But in the meantime, in the top lane, we just saw that Graves getting huge. 2 kills to him. Double kill on that champion.
That was without his ulti as well.
Yeah. Exactly, and missing the first Q, right? We saw that go right into the wall. Pretty much not useful for the entire start of that fight, but a great Sejuani ult by Flamefire Triple X. You see, he likes his champion. There's a reason he picks it every single game. If he's able to stay afloat in the early game like he has been this game, he becomes extremely relevant, able to hit those clutch ultimates. It's going to be huge in this mid to late game. 16 minutes now, and the Goldie's actually in Vis Major's favor. They are able to pick up the first tower of the game. So things a little bit skewed, but ADP really showing their stuff. I really like it, and I like Azog on this Graves, able to have a high impact so far on the laning phase.
Yeah, and it's going very well. So the turret finally going down here for Vis Major in that bot lane. You know what? One thing that I don't like about ADP's game or ADP's composition so far is that AD carry cannon. We haven't really seen the usefulness of it come out. It didn't really work out in laning phase. Doesn't have the proper itemization though. It doesn't look like he's actually going for the runettes though. It looks like he might go for that rapid fire or the static shift, which still isn't too bad, but it's not necessarily as strong, and you're not getting the purpose of using the utility that comes from cannon there. He's gonna immediately back off instead of looking for that fight. He does have that ulti available. They are gonna go on him. It looks like it might be a do or die time. They might have to turn and fight Pulse as the exhaust comes out from Frank Pond, and he's just swinging that club. The heal and the flash available with a package coming through. Taeyong overshooting his target though, as Flamefire is there, and uses the Valkyrie as well, so he's not going to be able to get up. Frank Pond going to keep chasing him, and Pulse is having that frozen gauntlet, but they're not going to be able to follow up. As Law makes his way down, they're going to snare Frank Pond, but nothing's going to turn out of that. So after all of that, no kills going out anywhere. Frank Pond flashing with the pillar, not going to catch anyone. A great double binding as he uses that luminosity, popping the proc from his Thunderlords on him as well. As Flamefire going to go back, and he has that ulti available if it is necessary. He is going to use it. The laser going through. That's going to be a kill for Lawless. Lawless, he lands a snare onto Frank Pond. Are they going to be able to keep chasing this? They do use the slow coming up from Flamefire. Is he going to be able to land the knockup, but a TP is going to be used there by Panda. Is he going to follow it in? He is going to use that, and that will leave Azog in the top lane. They might be able to wave clear that Lux ulti. Not going to be available for it though.
Not going to be available. Lux has decent wave clear, and they've got the members here to defend this tier 1. I think they're just going to be able to successfully defend this. Not a lot of sieging power. Pulse is going to do what he can. Rengar is going to be useless in a siege. Panda not going to do much on Lamaukai unless they're totally diving this one, so they're totally safe here as ADP Gaming. A nice bait there. You saw Law's Law kind of go towards, I believe, who was it? Taeyong there, trying to get the extra autos off, and it looked like it was a 1v2 there. It was only Law's Law, but Flamefire waiting around the corner, still having that ultimate available with Glacial Prison, and able to pick up that one very clean, and great communication by ADP. They've really stepped up this game. They're not rolling over. They're not dead yet. They can still pick up this win in Game 2 here.
Yeah, and as we can see, they are up in kills, not quite up in gold, back by about 1,000. Back by about 1,000. There we go.
Say that 5 times fast.
Never, because I can't do it. But they are down a turret, so that one turret's going to make up a lot of gold. But that Graves finally finishing that Death's Dance. He has the Hex Drinker, and we don't quite see the completed Sunfire yet from Panda. So I'm very curious if he's going to be able to do much, but 4-2 is up in that top lane. So they might go for a gank here, might just go for the jump snare if he can get it, but Azog going to try and play very safe. He will pop his head out, but he's staying close to his wards, which is very important. When you don't know where the jungler is, stick to your warded side. That's the most important. But he's stepping out, but it looks like 4-2 goes B, and Panda is going to go in. Is he going to be able to turn this around, throwing out the smoke screen as well as the end of the line, but they're just going to back off, and it looks like they might contest Dragon. Azog does have that teleport where Panda does not, so if they look for a fight at Dragon, ADP will have the man advantage. Turns around, does land the snare. Is going to use the E as well as the ulti. Not going to be able to pick up that kill, but it looks like Flamefire is going to go for it. Goes for the knockup. Going to miss it as the flash is used by Taeyong. Flamefire, though, taking a lot of damage. The snare, and the E goes out, and he will pick up the kill onto Taeyong as the rest of the team does go for that bottom turret. So another nice pick there by Lawless Law.
Yeah, this Lux pick is doing so well, and Lawless Law primarily an AD carry, but showing his stuff in the main lane, strutting around, getting kills left and right, onto Taeyong, one of the better mid laners.
We do have a Tilly going on in the top lane as he uses that quick draw to get a couple more autos through. The end of the line going to go through. He does have that collateral damage, but he's just going to walk away. And this is the part where Graves' sustain comes huge into effect. That Death's Dance actually just gives him so much sustain from the AoE he has from his autos. but it packs such a punch. He should be able to out-sustain the Maokai at this point. That passive not going to do him as much work, but he's going to go back in by himself. Just going to keep trying to trade, give himself a little bit more health, but at this point, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, not really worth it. Trying to do what he can, but the threat of Rengar still looms. That's why Azog happy just to back now. Still has teleport available, can make things happen all over the map, but VM Panda going to mirror that back right now, get a good back in. The wave is going to reset, so that's perfect for Azog. He's able to walk up without wasting his teleport, can pressure other parts of the map with this huge lead. He's got the 10 CS now, advantage 3-1-1, getting the items now. Only picked up Swifties on that back. Going to take away some of the slow power that VM has, and they have a decent amount. Pulsis with Iceborne Gauntlet, Taeyong with the package. I guess that slows right. 4-2 non-empowered Bola, and Panda doing a lot of slowing. So Swifties on this Graves in the top lane is going to be doing work. And let's see what he can do on a global scale now. He's taken that advantage in the top lane. He's got, the small skirmishes down, but let's see what he can have as an impact in team fights, in these larger scale battles.
Yeah, and it's going to really come down to the TP coming up for Panda very soon. 4-2 is going to look to ulti, but Flamefire is there as well. So if he does engage, they are going to look for a 3v3 here, and the ultis will be used. They do catch 4-2. The Glacial Prison, though, being missed, as Azog is going to TP in from the backline. Eliana getting exhausted. The True Shot Barrage is going to pick up that kill as Taeyong makes his way down there, and it looks like the Azog's TP was actually cancelled, might have been stopped by the top laner, and that's going to be a swing of 3 kills here, or the flash might be enough. The rocket will be the double kill, the snare going through. Law is in a very scary spot, though. I don't know if this is where he wants to be, as they will chase him over the wall there. The great Trundle pillar, the laser missing, and that's going to be a triple kill for Taeyong. Very bad misplay there by ADP Gaming.
That was pretty much disastrous there. I don't want to pinpoint this on Flamefire, but missing that Sejuani ultimate was absolutely huge. That could have been detrimental in winning that team fight for ADP Gaming. They could have swung that around. That could have been 3 kills the other way. That is such a huge ultimate, and to whiff that like he did.
And the thing is, I'm not sure what he was trying to do. If he was
why
trying
was
to
he
use
throwing it so far away?
Was he trying to he tried to almost single out, it seemed, 4-2 instead of going for the 3-man stun right in front of him. He could have at least got a slow on 4-2 because they had the stun coming in from the slicing Maelstrom.
Yeah.
And he throws it backwards to try and stun him when he could have got the multiple man stun. So a little bit questionable ulti there from Flamefire, which really turns out very poorly for them, because now that Corki picking himself up those kills, the advantage that Lux had being down on that CS but having the kills, gonna go down a little bit, and it looks like they will get more of a gold lead here, having that 2,500 gold lead, only having that 1 tower advantage.
Great mental math there, Xanair. Very proud.
You see me squint a little bit? I wasn't sure. I was like,
I saw the hamsters in there. We're going, like, things were buzzing.
Oh, we do see the package coming to Taeyong. He is going to go in. A lot of bursts coming through as that proc does come through from the Thunderlords. Egg in a lot of trouble as the True Shot Barrage just going to go wide. He does have that ulti available. He's going to flash, though. Might be a little too late. The snare laser going through, and he's going to miss everything. That's going to be a kill for Taeyong as he picks that kill up 2v1. Only having to use heal there. Wallace Law getting a little antsy, throwing that snare out and trying to follow up with the ulti, but you have to land the snare to get that ulti off.
Tons of damage coming out from this Corki, as I sound a little bit like Freak. But this Triforce is doing so much work for him. This champion still broken, still doing a lot of damage.
Oh, we do see 4-2 go on to Flamefire here as it's just him and Azog. Are they going to be able to do enough damage? As Panda's going to TP a great Glacial Prison, but it's not going to be enough. Panda coming in with a home guard. He's going to catch Lawless Law. He's not going to use that collateral damage. It's not going to be quite enough. A lot of low health bars. It's Eliana going to come in with that slicing Maelstrom. He's going to be able to get a lot of stuns up. The snare's going through, though, as Egglewasity's back up. He's going to go in. This might be able to turn this team fight here. A couple of low health bars, but Pulse is still very healthy, so not going to be able to catch any kills there. So very well kited by ADP Gaming. But it looks like Azog, oh no, he's going to back off. He's smart enough not to know to pick a fight with that many people, or is he? He takes quite a bit of damage at the end of the line, catching the edge of the wall there. Very interesting kind of skirmish there, and Vis Major really pulling these team fights back into their favor.
Yeah, it's like ADP Gaming forgot. They thought they were in game 1. They're just playing on the back foot. They're getting caught out of position multiple times here. Only in the last couple minutes. They played this so clean. They played a great laning phase, able to pick up kills in small skirmishes. But now these small fights, the 2v2s, the 3v3s, they're getting caught out, and they're not finding good fights. They're missing key abilities. It's just not looking like the ADP game that we've been watching for the first 20 minutes. In the last 5 minutes, it's like a whole new game here. We can cut this one pretty much in half, and this is the turning point. Vis Major might have this one, coming their way now. Things are starting to tilt a little bit in their favor. It's going to feel like an uphill battle for the rest of this game, I feel like, for ADP Gaming.
Oh, Eliana in a lot of trouble as Panda's going in here. Looks like 4-2 might pop that ulti and go in. He has the root available. He is going to do it, the double root, and they're going to blow him up. He is dead. The snare going on to Taeyong, though. Are they going to be able to fully burst him out? His Glacial Prison used as well, only catching him. That will be 1 kill, but a lot used just on Taeyong. But they pick up a turret and a kill in the top. Oh, they haven't got the turret yet, because they don't have the minion wave, to pick that up. But it looks like the rest of ADP going to respond. They are down quite a bit of all these. He will miss the snare. They will knock him back over the edge there. They don't have that Glacial Prison available, so I have to be very careful. End of the line is thrown out by Azog, and they just need to kite this out. And another great, the snare just going wide. I thought that actually landed. The Frank Pond going very low, though. The collateral damage is used. That will pick up the kill. That's 4-2 in a lot of trouble now. They're going to turn around a double kill for Azog. They're going to keep chasing. Are they going to be able to get away? That Frozen Gauntlet going to be used a lot here. He is running out of mana, though. Azog might chase a little too far here. They should just back off. Got themselves a nice couple of kills. Very well kited out there by ADP Gaming.
Yeah, they at least got something back there. All in all, I do believe it was a 3-for-1. I think it was a 3-for-1 there. They got Taeyong initially, wasted a lot of stuff on that, but then able to pick up 4-2 and Frank Pond in that one. This Graves doing a lot of damage, pretty much keeping this team together, along with Lawless Law. Missed a couple abilities there, but didn't make it much of a difference. They were still able to clean that one up, not losing any other members themselves also. Something I want to talk about here, though, Xanator, this Cannon build. If you're going to go Cannon ADC, the reason you go Cannon ADC is because you're able to proc that stun up so fast with the passive.
The Runettes Hurricane, yeah.
Rushing a BF and then going for Static Shiv. Just, if you're going to go for the Shiv, even though you shouldn't, over Runads, you get that first. You get the attack speed, you become a stun machine in these small team fights early, but instead going for just the raw damage, but that's not what Cannon's good at.
But the start wasn't bad. Going with the BF sword first and then building the attack speed, that gives you the AD, so that you have a little bit ratio, you have a little damage when you're autoing. But I do agree, once he had that Zeal, he should have turned that into a Runans. That is the whole point. It's so you can proc that W on multiple people, so you get stuns faster, and you were stunning more people just by autoing there. So going with the Static Shift, very questionable. Now it looks like I'm not really sure what he's building into. He's got a pickaxe, a BF sword, a Vamp Scepter.
Probably just gonna go IE.
Could go IE, could go Bloodthirster, could go Mercurial Scimitar at this point. So I'm not 100% sure. Just kind of all over the map, just trying to find himself some sustain. So I don't really like the build. The start was good, but once he started getting that Static Shiv, I'm a little questionable what he's going to go for.
Yeah, if you're just going to go for this traditional AD carry build, why don't you just go like Lucian or something like that? You've got the stun, I guess your ultimate, but
Oh, if they wanted some AoE damage,
AD?
Pick something like
Misfortune or something.
Misfortune,
I don't know.
Yeah,
it does the same kind of thing. No
not
CC.
as mobile, though.
Yeah, Lucian would have been fine. Varus, if you really are so hard set on having CC in team fights, Varus, great AD carry that has range, has a poke, and then also has that CC for team fights. The Death Bush being set up here by Vis Major. I don't think they're going to find anything. I think they might start Baron here, which is a pretty good call, but they know it's going to be happening here.
But can they respond fast enough? There's 4 of them in the bot lane, and Lawless Law just went B, and it looks like Azog not even going to go there. The TP going in from Panda, and that's going to be a free Baron. They're going to have to look for a fight right away as Azog is finally TPing in, but it's too late as they pick up that Baron. They need to pick up this team fight right now as Egloacity going to go in onto Frank Pond here, and this will be the fight. Can they get a good Glacial Prison as Eliana goes in, but he gets immediately bursted. A great Lux Laser coming out, though. He throws the E out as Azog going to try to put down as much damage as possible. 4-2 going to jump through with the bush there, and that might be a kill onto Flamefire. They do pick up another kill onto Eliana. Lawless Law. Everyone goes down. Double kill for Taeyong. Double kill for Pulses, and that's going to be a clean ace as well as Baron, and I'm not sure why they were so slow to respond. They knew they were doing Baron.
They knew they were doing Baron. The far side orb was there. They had vision on that. They started attacking Baron before they took down that blue trinket. They saw it. They saw it happening. Such a slow rotation. Then they go for the fight. The overextension right off the bat by Egulasi goes way too deep. Then just throws his ultimate. No one's even going for him. He can't be engaging fights. He's got to peel. If you're going to have Eliana be a stun bot, doesn't matter if you're a stun bot if you're just dying in 2 seconds anyways before you can stun anyone, right? It takes a couple seconds for that Slicing Maelstrom to stack up those stacks. Whatever they're called, Eye of the Storm stacks, and get the stun off. You need to be alive for longer than 2 seconds, and Eliana just immediately getting blown up there.
changing his build path once again, going with that Jerem's Fist, going to try and get the Sterix
Gauge
to survive.
You've got 3 different items on the go here. This is just a mess, and it's going to be hard for Eliana to clean this one up.
And yeah, this is the part where you just need to buy something and stick to it. Once you have 3 different items on the go, you need to commit to one and just finish it, because you're spreading all your items so differently. You're not really getting the utility of any items at all, and it puts you that much farther behind. But it looks like Frank Pond might get caught out here. He might try and flash the wall, has it available if it is needed. Going to use that frozen domain to get away, and they're going to pick up another dragon. So that's going to be 2 dragons for their side, 5 turrets, and this game has definitely swung big time in the favor of Vis Major. It was so close for so long, having a commanding 9,000 gold lead.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about Graves' build now, going for that Zeal, probably going for the Phantom Dancer on that, I would suspect, unless you're going for the Shiv. I would have maybe liked a little bit of Armor Pen here. The defensive stats are starting to stack up on the side of Vis Major. You got 4-2 now, has the Cutlass actually. That's interesting, but he's also got the Dead Man's Plate, offering a lot of armor. You've got the Frozen Heart and the Sunfire Cape on VM Panda. Azog's pretty much the sole damage dealer for physical damage right now. You know, Eliana's pretty much doing near to nothing in physical damage department. Azog's got to get that armor pen in the next couple items here, else I feel like he's going to become irrelevant and maybe get outscaled in this mid game if he doesn't build those items that he so desperately needs right now.
Yeah, I love the team coming from ADP, but they didn't utilize the Kennen the way it's supposed to, and that's really kind of bumming me out right now. I'm very upset about this build path, because he's not doing enough AD, and he's not doing the AoE to get the stuns.
Not getting the stuns. It's like, why Kennen? It doesn't make sense. If you're gonna play this way, might as well have built a traditional.
Oh, we do see Flamefire getting caught out here. Is he going to use the Glacial Prison to try and lock up some people? It's a great choke point for the Lux, though. If they can get a good laser, as the Vengeful Maelstrom is popped, they're waiting very long for this. As the Kennen ulti finally coming out, the Graves having a lot of AoE damage come through as well. The ulti going to be popped. A great knock up into the laser, and they will pick up 1 kill. That'll be 2 kills for ADP Gaming. They're going to keep going as Taeyong finally shows up, but they're going to be in trouble. There's a lot of damage going through it. Azog is putting down damage onto the carries. Is going to be able to catch up to Pulses, though. Has to reload. Is going to use the quick draw, but he's going to go down as Eliana trying to go as Taeyong picks up another kill, a triple kill. This could be a quadra kill for himself, but actually Pulse is picking up that kill. That's going to be an ace as Vis Major turned that one on its head again, and it just seems like ADP being so flustered in these team fights, just panicking and going a little too ham for these kills.
I'm really confused at the motives here of Flamefire. This is going to be game. That's GG actually for VM. They're going to pick up game 2 here. I'm so sad and disheartened. ADP Gaming pretty much had this one, and I was watching that entire fight to see when Flamefire would throw out his ultimate. I was watching. I was looking at the cooldowns. He had it that entire time, and just before he died, he waited the entire time. They were grouped up as 4, still waited. I don't know what he was waiting for, Flamefire. I am a little bit baffled, holding on that Sedge ult for so long, and then just barely using it before he died on 2 members, which was like the front line. I'm just, it's very unfortunate here. As I'm going to switch the camera.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, but that was the thing, is that was a perfect fight for them. They had that choke point. I mean, the Panda was just sitting there, and he was able to absorb a lot of the AoE stuff coming through. But the Lux got a great laser off. It was a great start. They did get those 2 early kills, and then once Taeyong showed up, though, he started just cleaning house, and then they chased too much. Graves chases Pulses by himself. You're running into a Frozen Gauntlet. You're going to be able to just slow him forever with that Frozen Gauntlet, and then you have Corki. The turnaround immediately bops them. I don't know. They had the right composition, but I think that's one thing, and we've hit on this a ton of times. I don't think that Kennen was utilized properly, and I think that really hurt them in team fights.
Yeah, the itemization really killed them there, and Flamefire had some really great ults, but the last one, I don't mean to pin this just on him, but that's such an integral part, and then we were holding on for it for so long until half your team's dead. What's the point of even having it? And what's the point of picking that comp there? Oh, it just kills me.
When they played the early games so
well, and then they just fell off. It's like they forgot the composition that they built. You know, maybe Eliana forgot that he was playing Kennen and thought it was like your traditional AD carry. That's a traditional AD carry build. That's not a Kennen build. You don't pick Kennen ADC to build physical damage items and not build runes and not be a stun bot. Sterix Gauge was the right idea, but too little too late, because...
But that was the thing we talked about. I mean, if they wanted some more AoE coming through, pick something like Varus, pick something like Misfortune. You doesn't have quite the mobility, but you have more damage coming through that will synergize well with your comp.
Yeah.
and it just I didn't mind the pick. It was just the itemization that really didn't make it
exactly
work. So it was kind of unfortunate, but very well played by Vis Major coming back. Pulsis really being the shining star, I think, of that game. He did very well, not taking away from anyone else, but consistently strong throughout that game. Really was the one keeping us close in the early game, and then once Taeyong got a couple of kills, he started taking off in that mid lane.
Right. Yeah, Pulse is great. 2 games right in a row here, 9-1 and 10, I believe. He was 10-0 and something, 12 last
10-0,
game.
like 13, 10-0,
yeah,
15,
something like that. And that was on Jin. Jin, a really strong champion right now in his own right. So expect that pick to come out from Pulsis a lot. Ezreal, kind of the old faithful for Pulsis here. And Taeyong, 2 games in a row, Corki, maybe a champion that you consider taking off the map from Taeyong.
It's very funny because it's not even like his usual playstyle. We don't really see Taeyong playing on Corki. He seems more like an assassin player, but he's been playing Corki a lot lately, and he's really making it work for the team. And they've just been able to pull it off a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's pretty much it. Anything you got to talk about this series and these 2 games? I think we pretty much dissected it quite a bit.
Yeah, I think we nailed it on the head.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
ADP.
I
still believe.
I gave them the advantage when we were talking. My prediction, I said 1-1 because I felt like their team fight was good, and they showed it at the start, and just a couple of misplays, and it turns it around.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's pretty much all we've got here for this series. Now, we do have a couple shout-outs to some sponsors. We are, of course, sponsored by Manabar YXE, coming to a Saskatoon near you in Saskatchewan here in early spring. They're set to open around the June month, if I'm
I think
not
it's
mistaken.
I don't know if he has a set date. Maybe
I can't,
May, June.
I can't promise a set date, but they're opening soon. They're renovating. They're getting things set up. They're going to be the first esports bar in Saskatoon. Definitely worth checking out once they are open up. Check them out. We've got links for all our sponsors on our website, skleague.ca. But we've got one other sponsor. Tell me a little bit about our other sponsor.
Wide Mouth Media. I mean, they make everything look nice, and they couldn't make us look nice today because it's Casual Tuesday. We had to take the filters off of ourselves.
Yeah, and rightfully so. Everyone likes a little casual Tuesday.
You gotta have Casual Tuesday in there to balance everything out. That's
exactly.
all. That's what it's all about. So we had to do that. But I mean, they do so much more. Any kind of communication stuff, any kind of visual work, they do it all.
Yeah, Wide Mouth Media makes half the team's logos as well in SKL. Check some of those out. I don't think they made any of the logos of the teams playing tonight, but check logos out like Sasquatch's. I can't think of any, but Sasquatch's logo is dope. Check it out. That's Wide Mouth Media. They create all sorts of online content, and make sure you check that out.
Yeah, so make sure to tune in tomorrow. I believe, I can't remember, I think it is Fellowship of the Nerds versus Nixia Esports tomorrow.
Yeah.
We will have that game starting at 7. Make sure to check that out. As far as that is, our ARAM tournament on April 16th, guys. Make sure to sign up for that. The sign-up should be up by the end of the week, at least. Make sure to check it out. Get your friends together. Come play an ARAM. Come win some RP. Win some cash. And just have a good old time playing some ARAMs. I know
and you'll be playing against some of the casters as well.
Papa John's Pizza Boys. Look out for us because we're ARAM beasts.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you follow us on Twitter as well. Follow our SK League Twitter. Likes on Facebook as well. All the links are to the left here on the side. Make sure you follow our personal Twitters as well. Near the bottom, I'm just Silky Mittens Lol, and he is Designinator. I've been Silky Mittens. He's been Designinator. Thanks, and have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Butts.